So I've had a lot of requests about Basecamp Manager. And this is what it looks like when you click on your name. This is where it sends you. And this is my favorite way to, there's like different ways to get to the same place, and that can be super confusing. So like I've talked about in my previous videos, I just click on my name. When you see your name, that's where you're going to click, and it's going to take you to this screen. So when you're doing work as a Basecamp manager, you're going to go to this first blue square, and you're going to go to your home club, and you're going to push go. Takes a minute to load, but there are two parts to submitting awards. Then you come here, and I could explain the other buttons here, but right now I'm just talking about submitting awards. I've got to get this done before they shut down Pathways for maintenance. Okay, so unfortunately I don't have any members who, I've already gone ahead and submitted all of the awards for my club for this month so far. And what you would see on this screen would be your member's name and a red X and a green check. And you would check the green check if that member had actually done the speech and done the level that you're submitting. Then once you're done with that, you're going to have to go back to Toastmasters.org for the second part. Now, why did we do this? Well, I learned something not long ago when I joined a second club, that you don't have to buy a path for every club that you're a part of. So you have one path and two clubs, but perhaps you're really active, like, you know, I'm really active in a bunch of different clubs. So let's say I want Odessa Toastmasters to receive one of my levels, get credit for one of my levels. And because they've already achieved that level, I'm going to have to wait until I get a little further in the next part and to give them credit for it. So I'm going to take that level and I'm going to give credit for the other club I'm a part of, because they actually need it for their Distinguished Club plan. If you have questions about that, we can go over that in a future video. Just let me know in the comment section below. Then if, say, I have once I submit that level, now I'm ready to submit the next level to Odessa Toastmasters, you're going to have one award submission for one club, and then the vice president of education for the other club will then take credit for the other level. And that's how you can maintain your membership and have a dual or even triple membership in different clubs while still achieving the same path. It would be super confusing, but people do it to have multiple pathways and being in multiple clubs. So this is where being vice president of education allows you to take credit for a dual members award. This is the part that's really, really cool, and I didn't know about this till recently. So then you go into Submit Education Awards, and granted, you will need to know which level your member is on. Typically, you get like you'll get an email from Toastmasters saying your member just submitted award completion for this level, and then that way you can be sure to get the right one, because I have been in this situation. I'll take my glasses off because there's such a glare. I have been in this situation where I couldn't remember, like I had approved the member's level, but I forgot to submit it in District Central. So I would have to text and say, what was the award that, or I'd go back and look at my emails. So let's say, for instance, I know I just did Michelle's, but let's just do that again. You're going to look at Michelle's, and you're going to look at whatever level she's on, and you're going to submit that award. Now, if she's done the work for it, it'll come up, and then it will ask, do you want to provide a letter of recommendation or recognition to this member's employer? Then, of course, you have to have the member's employer's email address, but still, it's really cool, and it's a great career development benefit and perk to joining Toastmasters. Once you do that, of course, this chat on the screen is awesome, and I want to encourage you, if you ever have problems and you just don't have the mental space to make a phone call, but you could chat, the chat is really well worth the time. I don't need that right now. But once you select the education program that you're giving the award for, it will give you another bar that says the letter of recognition. Then it'll give you another button that says review award submission. You have a chance to see everything, to double check your work. Then you submit that, and that is where your club gets credit for that level from that member. Does that make sense? So again, you've got the level where the member is saying, hey, I finished this level, can I get credit for it? And then you, as Vice President of Education for that club, will not get credit for it in your Distinguished Club Plan, as well as one thing here, I'll show you a tricky little thing, and this is how some of my members let me know when I didn't understand this very well, that they were confused because they had gotten the email saying, congratulations, you've completed your award, but for some reason, it doesn't show up on their profile. So let me show you where that's going to show. If you did everything right, your member's profile will show up right. Let's see, it doesn't, I don't put my address in there. I don't know. I think that, you know where it says DTM? I think that is where it would say level whatever. And because I've already achieved the highest recognition you can get, I guess it's not going to show where I'm at. But if you were working somewhere else, I'm just checking just to see, and I'll have to blur that out somehow in YouTube. Anyway, that is how you submit awards. And remember, there's two ways: through Basecamp, as logging in as Basecamp manager, then through Club Central in Leadership Central, and that is how your club gets credit for that level, and that's how it also is truly submitted. You also want to remember to print out the certificate so that you can award it to them when you have your award ceremony. If you have questions, if you're like, okay, that's great, but what about this? Please let me know in the comment section below, and I would love to make another video for you. You just let me know. If I went too fast or if there was something I could have done better, I'm a Toastmaster, so I'm really big about evaluation. Please let me know. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch me, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.